My mom left me a key to a safe deposit box 2 weeks before she died. Inside was a letter that began, "By now, Cassandra has worked her way into your lives. I've known about her for years. My mother died on a Tuesday in October, and by the following November, my father had already fallen in love with someone else. Her name was Cassandra. She worked at his investment firm. Client relations, perfect teeth, a laugh she'd clearly practiced. The kind of woman who wore heels to backyard barbecues and called our house charming in the tone people use when they mean small. I was 11 when mom died. Melanoma, aggressive and fast. 1 week she was complaining about headaches, and 82 days later, I was standing at her grave in a dress we'd bought so quickly it still had the tags on. Grief has a specific texture at that age. It lives in your chest like a stone you can't swallow and can't spit out. Dad sat me down a year later. "She makes me happy again," he said. "I need you to try, Emily." So I tried. I carried Cassandra's designer shoeboxes into the closet where mom's gardening clothes used to hang. I smiled through the furniture rearrangements, the abstract art replacing family photos, the meditation patio that replaced mom's vegetable garden. "Growing your own food is so provincial," Cassandra had actually said, with a small laugh. I tried for 3 years. Corporate events in dresses she chose, dinner parties where she introduced me as our daughter to people who never learned my name. She started a college fund and made sure everyone heard about it. But when I got my period for the first time, it was a Google search that helped me through it. When I had nightmares about watching my mother die, and I had them often, it was our dog who climbed into bed beside me. The breaking point came sophomore year. I'd been cast as the lead in the school play. It was the first thing I'd cared about since the funeral. Opening night landed on the same evening as Cassandra's charity gala. "You'll need to skip the performance," she said, not looking up from her phone. "The Richardsons are bringing their son. He's at Princeton. Connections, Emily." My dad started to object. Then Cassandra set her hand on his arm, barely a touch, and he stopped. "It's just a high school play," he said. "There will be others." I went to my room and sat on the floor for a long time. Eventually, I reached under my bed and pulled out mom's antique jewelry box, the one she'd left me. Inside was her wedding ring, a curl of my baby hair, and a journal I had never opened. I'd always been too afraid of what her final thoughts might be. That night, I read every page. Most of it was what I'd expected. Memories, hopes for my future, advice she wouldn't be there to give. I cried until I couldn't anymore and then kept reading. The last entry was dated 2 weeks before she died. "Emily, if you're reading this, I need you to know about the safe deposit box. The key is taped inside this cover. What you find there will change everything. I'm so sorry." The key was small and silver, the bank's name etched along the side. The next morning, I skipped school and walked into First National. The manager recognized me immediately. Mom's family had banked there for generations. "Your mother told us you'd come eventually," he said quietly, and led me to the vault himself. Inside the box, a USB drive, several manila folders thick with documents, and an envelope addressed to me in my mother's handwriting. "My dearest Emily," it began. "By now, Cassandra has probably worked her way completely into your lives. I need you to know, I've known about her for years. I sat in that small vault room for a long time before I could keep reading. My mother had been sick, yes, but she had not been blind. And in those final 2 weeks, when she understood she was out of time, she had done the only thing she had left to do. She had made sure I would not be left without the truth. I thought grief had already taken everything from me once. I wasn't prepared to find out that losing her had only been the beginning."